up, guys? We're going to be doing our SmackDown reviews. Let's get into it right now. And we're starting off the Bloodline entrant. You know, the new Bloodline entering. I'm sure they're probably mad because they lost at Survivor Series War Games to the OG Bloodline at Survivor Series War Games. And, you know, I'd be mad too. And so they attack security. You know, they attacked Paul Cruz from behind, and they attacked security. It was just Tama Tonga, Sosko, and Jacob Fatu, because earlier before that, we had, like, injuries, from Bronson Reed, like, in his ankle, and then we had, like, injuries from Tonga Loa, and then we had injury from Jimmy Uso in his foot, so, like, yeah, man. It was pretty bad, for that specifically. I'm sure, I hope everything's fine by next week, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, that happened. And then we move on to Cody Rhodes, you know, and Chad Gable, and they had like a little bit of a promo battle here between each other. You know, we had, you know, as basic, you had, you know, Chad Gable, you know, come out and inform us that Cody Rhodes is, not a great friend to Kevin Owens. He was never, ever going to be a great friend, ever, to Kevin Owens. And Cody Rhodes is like, well, you cannot be saying that because I'm the champion, yada, yada, yada. I'm the top of the card. I'm the top of the mountaintop that you're trying to face, or something like that, what Cody said. And then Cody's just like, and then Chad Gable's like, listen, you know, you and me have the same thing. And, you know, Cody's like, yeah, listen, you and me have the same thing in common. I'm sure we could do the same thing, but listen, but if you want to, you know, and I think it's Chad Gable said, you're not good enough or whatever. And, you know, that particularly ticked off Cody. And Cody's like, you want a match tonight for the WWE Undisputed Championship? And I'll go talk to Adam Pearson. And that's what he said before. And, you know, Chad Gable was like, yeah, sure, fine, whatever. So, yeah, that's going to be our main event. It's going to be Chad Gable versus Cody Rhodes for the Undisputed Championship. We will be talking about that later, though, so keep that in mind. So, yeah, and then, you know, this weird set of turnaround. Let's talk about it. Stage. So the Street Profits get taken out, and, you know, I think B-Fab got taken out too, but then she somehow got up or something. Security, you know, comes down there, tries to help them, as they eventually do. I think DIY actually attacked the Street Profits, and that's why how they got that opportunity was from the Street attacking the Street Profits. And yeah, so it was going to be Motor City Machine Guns, the tag team champions, and versus DIY. And, you know, Johnny Gargano was the only one there, and he's like, yeah, let's have a fight. And then, you know, Nick Aldis is like, don't disappoint me. Don't let DIY disappoint me. But yes, this match is confirmed, but don't let DIY disappoint me. Johnny Gargano. So yeah, that was very interesting and very out of the blue, which it actually works in the perspective of when we get to talk about the match against DIY and the Motor City Machine Guns. You're gonna know why. You're gonna know why in just a couple minutes here. So yeah, that happened, and then on the SmackDown, you had Tiffany Stratton versus I can't think. Tiffany Stratton versus, it was a triple threat. It was Tiffany Stratton versus Bianca Belair, I think. And, you know, no, it wasn't Bianca Belair, because Bianca Belair had a match with Piper Niven. We'll talk about that afterwards. Tiffany Stratton had a match with, it's for the Women's United States Championship title tournament, which is going to be happening at Saturday Night Main Event next week. So they'll probably have, like, but Tiffany Stratton does win it. I think she fights 2 other people. I'm not sure who she fights. I kind of forgot about that. But if it does come back into my mind, I will suggest it. So she fights these two other women and beats them, and yeah, I think it was one other woman actually that she fought. I don't know, but yeah, she hits the prettiest moonsault. You know, yada yada yada. You know, some other cool moves and stuff. Yeah, prettiest moonsault, yada yada yada. Tiffany Stratton is one step closer to the Women's United States Championship title tournament. So, I guess we'll see what the future holds for that. So, yeah. That was that. So that was what happened on SmackDown at that portion. Now we're going to talk about the next portion. Let's get into it. And Bianca Belair versus Piper Niven. You know, this match was honestly a weirdly amazing match on the card. You know, Bianca Belair takes her anger out. You know, Chelsea Green gets involved in this. We'll talk about that. Chelsea Green stuff and stuff like that. You know, Bianca Belair, she's Bianca Belair. She tries to do what a normal woman really can't even do in the ring, and it's insane. You know, Piper Niven, you know, she tried to roll in the corner. Bianca Belair dodged everything that was thrown at her by Piper Niven. And then, you know, to win the match, Bianca Belair, you know, gets Chelsea Green in there. And then, like, you know, Bianca Belair hits a KO-Deans off the top rope. But when she gets Piper Niven off the top rope, it's a KO-Deans to Piper Niven on top of Chelsea Green. That's insane. And then, yeah, 1, 2, 3, Bianca Belair wins, and she just wins. She just takes her anger out on Piper Niven, like always. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with Bianca Belair going forward. And there was some more suggestion that I think Naomi is the one that attacked Jade Cargill. I just think 'cause she was the only one there that really solidified, like, and told Bianca Belair to come and help. When, how do we know if she's the one who actually did it? Because if she's that trustworthy, then I don't know what they're gonna do with that in that situation with Jade and all that. But I'm sure it's gonna get fixed somehow, some way. Because the second Jade comes back, it's gonna be Jade versus Bianca time. Bianca's gonna do some crazy stuff on her own. And that's gonna maybe get Jade Cargill jealous. And because she was gone for so long that she wants to match Bianca Belair at I think it's gonna be at WrestleMania 41, as we just basically talked about. But sorry about that, excuse me. But yeah, that's what I think. So yeah, and then had LA Knight, yeah, come out before, well, you know, after Shinsuke came out, and he's like, listen, I want a match with you. I got these glasses on. You can't spray me with mist like you did last week. I got the glasses on, and that's that. Yeah. And I'm going to stomp you like a mud hole. Yeah. And then, you know, that's when Andrade comes out. He's like, I want an opportunity and stuff like that and stuff. And then, for some odd reason, Tama Tonga gets down Andrade off the top of the apron, and then they just start attacking LA Knight. And then, you know, Shinsuke just slowly, and I mean slowly, like, gets out of the ring so he can be protected, I guess, and he slowly gets out of the ring, and, yeah, that's that. And then, you know, after that, Jacob Fatu just punches the heck out of LA Knight, and then both Andrade and LA Knight get Samoan spiked by Solo. First time around he didn't do it, but the second time, yeah. So, just keep on the lookout for that. LA Knight, yeah. Even though Shinsuke's in it, and they changed Shinsuke's theme again. It was like different, and probably even more worse than, you know, usual. Yeah, LA Knight's not a champion anymore. Remember, Shinsuke beat LA Knight at Survivor Series for the United States Championship. So we'll see what happens on that with that said and done. Let's get into our next thing that happened on the SmackDown. We had Kevin Owens, and he talked about the blood, and he had Michael Cole getting his rental car, because that's what he called it at the end of the freaking segment, I guess. Kevin Owens is like, listen, Cody, listen. And he's like, listen, Michael. Michael's like, listen, I've liked you for all this time, and now I don't like you anymore because of what he did. And then Kevin Owens is like, listen, the reason I did that to Cody is because, listen, you see me get attacked by Roman and his bloodline for the past 4 years, and I'm not going to stand up for it. And now, me and Cody being friends, and then he teams with Roman Reigns and stabs me in the back. That's why I did what I did at Bad Blood. And I'll continue, and I'll do this same thing. And then he's like, and then Michael Cole talks about Jay, Jimmy, Sammy, and Kevin Owens is like, listen, Jay and Jimmy and Sammy, I don't care about that. Sami Zayn, though, will get to that path when it crosses. But I am more focused on Cody than anything right now. And I'm going to beat Cody Rhodes at Saturday Night Main Event, and I'm going to show him who Kevin Owens really is. And then Michael Cole's like, listen, look in the mirror. And, Kevin Owens is like, well, I just see a man that's always right. And then Michael Cole's like, listen, no, you don't see that. This is a man that is absolutely wrong about everything he's done. Or something like that. And that ticks off Kevin, and he's like, get out of my rental car right now. Get out of my rental car right now, Michael Cole. Get out of my rental car right now. And yeah, that was that. And Michael Cole probably got out of his rental car, and that was that. So, yeah. Let's move on to our next clip, shall we? Match now that we're going to talk about is DIY versus the Motor City Machine Guns in an unexpected... Well, actually, now that I say it, wasn't that really that unexpected. We had, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano have some problem issues because Johnny Gargano can pull the trigger on Alex Shelley. Tommaso Ciampa was pushing down Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano had enough of it, and he pushed down Tommaso Ciampa. He's like, listen, I'm not having it at all whatsoever. So you can, and then, he's like, Johnny Gargano's like, I'm going to do this on my own. And he low blows Chris Sabin, and then super kicks Alex Shelley, and then he, Tommaso Ciampa's like, Johnny Gargano's useless, yada yada yada, whatever. And Johnny Gargano just tags in Tommaso Ciampa. He's like, see, I told you that would work. And he tags in Tommaso Ciampa, and they do DIY onto Alex Shelley to pick up the victory. 1, 2, 3, and Tommaso Ciampa had a big smile on his face. As expected, if this would have pulled off, and it did. And your new WWE Tag Team Champions, 2-time WWE Tag Team Champions, DIY, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Next, we have this backstage segment from, Nick Aldis talking to Gunther, the World Heavyweight Champion currently. And he's talking to, Carmelo, stares at Gunther. Maybe that's going to be a future match, Carmelo Hayes versus Gunther. Maybe Carmelo Hayes gets drafted to Raw. Maybe SmackDown's not for him. He's like, Monday Night Mellow, that'd be good for Raw and Netflix. And Nick Aldis like, listen, I'm not Adam Pearce. I'm not trying to make my venues for Raw for Netflix, but I can make this deal here. I have a big, huge surprise for you tomorrow, Carmelo. Next week, Carmelo. So, yeah, and then Carmelo Hayes is like, see, this is how you get things done around here. And he just walks around and he puts on glasses. It was weird. That last little bit was kind of weird. But, it is what it is. So, can't blame it. So, yeah, that happened. Next, we have our main event match. Big main event. Fight Field, Chad Gable versus Cody Rhodes. This match was absolutely amazing. Cody Rhodes, classic Cody Rhodes, tries to do everything. Chad Gable hit the ankle lock 3 times in this match. 1 with the boot on. 2 of them without the boot on. because he took off Cody's boot and literally kicked it across. And then, you know, Cody tried to do a crossroads on the top, I guess, but he didn't. He did like a reverse suplex off the top. That was insane. And then, you know, Cody Rhodes does a disaster kick, does a Cody cutter, does a super Cody cutter, and that still does not work. And then in the end, Cody hits a crossroads and Chad Gable, and that's it. 1, 2, 3, and your winner is, and still your WWE Undisputed Champion, Cody Rhodes. Whoa. Then Kevin Owens, you know, stomps on that, you know, ankle that Chad Gable's been targeting before the match. And he just stomps on it crazy, starts punching him like that. And then, like, literally just, you know, him and Cody are fighting behind the barricade. And also security and officials and, I think Nick Aldis come out and they just try to break them up as best as they can. And then, yeah, that's how the show cuts out and ends. So, yeah, that's your guys' WWE SmackDown. Hopefully you like, subscribe, turn on those bell notifications so you get notified when the video comes out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.